please.
Stand by.
Okay, okay.
Rolling.
Well, I am a trained and a qualified architect, but even while I was studying architecture, music was always my first love. And always thought that architecture would be my profession and that music would be my hobby. But then halfway through architecture, I realized that music was, the thing I wanted to do for the rest of my life. And when you have to do something, when it's the only thing that you want to do, there's no question of whether it's more profitable than architecture or less profitable. It's just something that you have to do because it's your passion and it's your life. You did. Go. Okay, Jana, please go there now. Huh? Yeah. Go fast now. Go. Okay, Noah, go there now, please.
Silence. Stand by. Rolling.
Well, the greatest early influence in my life, musical influence in my life, was my father. My father and his collection of his Portuguese and Brazilian records and the encouragement that he gave me in music and in buying all the instruments I wanted to play. After him, I think the greatest influence that I've had, and which I still have, not only musically but as an all-round guru, I would say, he's an old friend called Noel Godin from Bombay. He's just an all-round great guy, in short. And another great influence, was a guy called Eric Sida. I was always put off by the Western classical music because of the snobbishness that was associated with it. And then one day during my college years, I went to a beach in Goa and I heard this guy from France. I mean, you would call him a hippie, a guy with long hair and jeans and a faded T-shirt, singing on the beach and playing, the classical guitar, playing Bach and Beethoven in such a natural surrounding and with, such association with Mother Nature and not with a suit and with snobbishness, that I just fell in love with the classical guitar and we became great friends and we are still in touch after all these years. And these were the early, immediate influences. Beside which the greatest influence which I was not in direct contact with, were the Beatles over the years, their evolution and,
Silence. Stand by.
Kukulibu, 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 kuku. Yeah, the way I see it, there's never really been a struggle as such. I think a struggle is when you set yourself a place where you want to reach, or when you set yourself a figure that you want to earn, and then all the period of time before you earn it and before you reach there is termed as a struggle. But I never really wanted to reach anywhere or to earn any particular figure because I didn't see the possibility of earning anything over here in India in a line I chose. So I just had to do what I had to do because it was a passion, because it was my love, and that's all I wanted to do. So I was always happy while I was doing it. I was not struggling. I was very, very happy doing it. If my criteria had been a certain figure to earn, I would have joined Hindi films, or I would have recorded Hindi pop a long, long time ago. All those years when I kept on writing my own songs in English. Now in the last 3 years or so, our country has suddenly recognized or shown an interest in English pop and rock, written by Indians, and I'm lucky that this interest was shown, during my lifetime. I mean, so all those years that I've been, composing and recording my songs were, all of a sudden they were, recognized and they were accepted.
Look towards him, huh?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
And another great influence in my life was Lucio Miranda. Through him I rediscovered the beauty and the sensuality of the good old Goan and Portuguese and Brazilian music. At the time in college when I was very much into rock, he gave us like a turnaround and I rediscovered what I had moved away from in my youth. And I think Lucio belonged to the last generation of Goans who genuinely serenaded beautiful girls on moonlit nights, from the Panjim streets, and then the girls would open their windows and throw down a flower. And that kind of singing can only come when you actually genuinely belong to that epoch and to that surrounding. I learned a lot from him.
Dad,
Il faut le mettre que sur son côté, non? Je me rappelle.
you're the
Ce truc-là, c'est que en face, là, sur sa ligne, non?
Oui, en principe, tu ne peux pas mettre de ton côté.
scared
Tu
him.
mettre,
See?
En face.
oui, que tu
You
le mettes
have
de l'autre
to
côté.
go and
Mais là, je peux pas le mettre là.
you're the leader.
Non, je peux le mettre sur mon truc, là, je me rappelle.
And then here you have to go like this.
No, you play, mon petit Bibi. Take the striker there, you play.
Yeah, no,
You
must
must keep the striker
keep
on
here
line,
on-
okay? On line.
There.
no.
Hey, not bad. Almost. You want to play with Papa?
Bravo.
Give me again.
Okay.
No.
Avec sa casquette, on le voit pas aussi, maman. Il a toujours la tête.
Oh. 10. And now the greatest champ of them all.
Come on now.
What to do?
Jonah, hit here. Yeah. Harder. One more time. Harder. Hit. Yeah. Bravo.
My turn.
No, stay here on this line, Shushu. Stay here. Wow.
When?
See, huh?
I'm hat.
Your hat.
Give me.
Wait, no, my
Now,
turn.
Jo,
Your
no.
turn, okay. No.
Bravo, the Jonas turn.
Jonah's turn. Yes. Yeah, hard. Oh, yeah.
Ta.
Bravo.
Yeah. Bravo. Noah.
Well done.
Who's turn?
Noah.
I'm bringing the other coin.
Come, Sherry, come.
Bringing the other coin.
Okay.
And then I get lost.
Raté.
Okay, Jonah, this side. Hit hard.
Almost. No, let me shoot.
Your turn. Come, Momo.
Oh, two.
Well done, no?
Yeah.
Well done.
Jonah, play. Yeah, bravo. Almost got it, no?
The carrot I'm keeping.
Wait. Wait, Noah.
A good boy.
Noah, you take this one.
No, hard.
Now, watch it. I'm going to bang one almost.
Bravo.
Eh. Maman.
All right.
Allez, maman. Allez, fais-nous voir.
Comment tu joues bien. Ciao. Oh. T'as vu ça?
Il y en a des gens qui... On voit leur côté très très spécial que devant la caméra. Hein.
Ah oui.
No, my turn. Now, look at.
Almost.
Moi, je take. Juju, you play. Play, Juju.
No, you.
One more time.
No, Here, here.
Quiet, silence.
Silence.
Stand by. What does Goa mean to you?
And in this whole wide world, Goa just happens to be, this tiny little spot which is home, in each and every sense of the word. With all my senses, with all my being, this is home for me. All the smells of Goa are my smells. The sounds of Goa are my sounds. But I think besides all the natural beauty of Goa, I think Goa is a state of mind, more than anything else. I think that's what makes it different from other places in India, which also have lovely beaches, lovely coconut trees. It's just laid back and, basically happy. People of Goa, which give it that state of mind, which I cannot see or feel anywhere else in Goa, in India.
Silence. Stand by. Rolling.
I don't like my music to be only happy-go-lucky, entertaining, and dancing music. I always like my music to reflect all my thoughts and all my feelings, personal feelings about everything around me. It can be around, it can be my feelings of love, it can be my feelings of anger and frustration at the situation around me. At one time I used to write very satirical and humorous songs about the situation in our country, but now, more and more, I'm writing very, very bitter and angry songs about the situation in our country because I don't see any fun or any joke in it anymore.
Excellent. Silence. Stand by.
एक मिनट hold on.
नहीं बोलना सही. Stand by. Rolling.
At the risk of sounding like a goody-goody, I'd like to say that I've always wanted to do some good, through my music. But now I was also aware that if you give 100 rupees, for example, to one of these highly recognized international charitable organizations, at least 50 rupees out of that 100 will go for their air conditioning and their limousines and their beautiful stationery. But I realized that after visiting Mother Teresa's home, that if I gave her 1 rupee, nothing of that would go to her own personal luxuries or even comfort. And that's the reason why this album on Mother Teresa just came at the right moment. It was inspired by just meeting her.
Silence.
एक मिनट पेपर ठीक कर प्रकाश वो लीक जा रहा है ना देख लाइट को पैन कर दे हाँ पैन कर हाँ बस छोड़ दो अभी या भाई
Rolling.
At the risk of sounding like a goody-goody, I like to say that I've always tried to do some good through my music. And I also realized, that out of giving something to these huge international, recognized, charity organizations, you give them 100 rupees and you know that at least 50 rupees from there are going into their air conditioning, into their limousines, into their lovely, stationery. But after visiting Mother Teresa, I realized that if you give her 1 rupee, not even 1 paisa from there will go into her own comfort or into her own, personal expenses at all, So, meeting her, just provided the inspiration, that I needed to actually break away from this pop rock, slot into which I had been, put by the media and the public of late. It gave me that nice opportunity to break away from that image and to do something experimental with classical music, a little bit of jazz, a little bit of Indian, something almost non-commercial.
Cut. Fine.
Next.
Silence. Stand by. Rolling.
You are referred to as the one-man band. How about clarifying that?
Well, if you ask me whether I'm primarily a composer or primarily a singer or an instrumentalist or an arranger or a performer or a stage performer or an entertainer or a recording engineer even, well, I like to think that there's a little bit of all that in me. And I think I like to look at myself very simply as a musician, as a complete musician.
Cut. Nice. Fine.
Oh, that is okay?
Silence.
Okay, but no, please don't move from there and don't make any sound.
Silence. Stand by. Rolling.
The fact that I work at home and that my recording studio is in the house itself, I think is very advantageous, from every point of view, from my family point of view and from my work point of view. From my work point of view, I can get up at 2 o'clock in the morning and record. I can record as and when I feel like. And from my family point of view, I can be with them all the time. I just want to take a break from my recording and I come out of my recording studio and there's my family. I can play with them, I can have a cup of coffee with them. Otherwise I would be away every day from 7 in the morning and I would only be, I think, at home after the kids were in bed. So I think I've got the best of both the worlds this way.
Cut. Perfect. Damn good.